Shalom. Kol Haloyim Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai Ba'ashem Rachakudash. Double honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and peace and blessings to the elect. So I'm on TikTok, and let's listen to what this military veteran has to say about America, Trump, and his administration concerning the lies that they tell, and really just the lack of telling the truth. So let's listen to what he has to say, and then we'll grab some precepts, because all of this is surrounded around prophecy and things that could happen in the very near future.
Good evening. It's 6:01 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Sunday, March 8th. It is 1:31 a.m. in Tehran. I just saw this on Hawk's page. He is letting folks know about the fact that the Kansas City International Airport was evacuated today. It may be currently evacuated after a possible threat that the FBI and local police are investigating. This comes after we're finding out that the Trump White House is allegedly blocking U.S. intelligence agencies from warning Americans about rising terrorist threats at home, according to a report by the Daily Mail. The Daily Mail quoted a senior Department of Homeland Security official saying the FBI, Homeland Security, and the National Counterterrorism Center were preparing to put out a joint intelligence statement on Friday to state and local authorities, alerting them to a heightened threat due to the ongoing war in Iran. It was a 5-page document and had detailed elevated threats by the government of Iran to U.S. military and government personnel and facilities, Jewish and Israeli institutions, and their perceived supporters and Iranian dissidents and other anti-regime activists in the United States. Homeland Security then broke protocol and gave the White House a heads up about the nationwide bulletin hours before it was to be released. Top Trump officials ordered it placed on hold. The White House did not deny blocking the terror bulletin in a statement to the Daily Mail. Are agencies that we fund and pay for to protect us from threats. We're going to warn our law enforcement officials, and warn us to keep us safe. And this current Republican White House, Donald Trump and his cronies said, no, do not warn them. And you can't fucking get around that. Do not warn them. Somebody in Homeland Security broke protocol and told the White House, who then stopped it because there were threats to American lives. There were threats to American lives that the agencies that we pay for to protect us were going to tell us about. And this current administration said, don't tell them. It's a good time to talk to your representative or your senator and ask them why the fuck not.
Yeah, I'm going to pause it right there. Of course, we're barely touching halfway through his video, so he goes on to talk a little bit more about it and then just give some updates concerning this war with Iran. But as you can see, the Trump administration is basically blocking different U.S. agencies from warning its citizens concerning any possible threats or attacks, especially those that might be coming from Iran. And everybody knows about it. They've been talking about it for the past week now. The fact that Iran is capable of awakening sleeper cells, or some kind of cyber attack, whatever it may be, or just anything more dangerous, right? And of course, now you have the Trump administration saying, nah, we're not going to warn our own people. And like he goes on to say, you got to ask the question, why? Why not? Well, the answer is simple. We know it, because we're talking about the devil here. And you can't expect anything from a slanderer, from a liar, from a deceiver. That's all this is coming down to. So at the end of the day, when you know this and you understand prophecy and you know what's coming, the scriptures tell us one thing. I'm going to throw that away. Ephesians 5, verses 15 and 16. See then that ye walk circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise, redeeming the time, because the days are evil. So the time ahead is evil. It's going to be a bad time, a very perilous time. The scriptures talk about how we're in the beginning of sorrows currently right now, and how all the daughters of music is going to be put low. We're in that current stage right now, so things are only going to progressively get worse and worse and more uncomfortable. So don't expect for Babylon the Great and its leaders to warn you about any kind of attack or threat that is to come. The Spirit already warned us. The Lord already told us to stay circumspect, to walk in the Spirit, which means that we're supposed to be continuously watching. Like I always say, watching and praying, like the scriptures say, it goes hand in hand. Because when you're watching, now you know what to pray for. And I'm going to keep saying that. I feel like I say it in every video, but it is what it is. So I might as well grab it too. This is Luke 21. And yeah, I'll read verses 34 through 36. And take heed to yourselves, take heed. There you go. Be circumspect, right? Don't be walking as a fool. You know the time that we're living in right now. You know Esau is going to come down with great wrath because his kingdom is falling apart. So walk circumspectly, continue to watch, and take heed, lest at any time your hearts be overcharged with surfeiting and drunkenness and cares of this life. Now all of a sudden you getting distracted because you got X, Y, and Z going on, and you should have been watching, but you wasn't. You should have been blowing the alarm, warning the flock, but you wasn't. It says, in cares of this life, and so that day come upon you unawares. That day just referring to the specific time that we're in right now. That's what it's referring to. Because you can argue that we're currently in Jacob's trouble, but that we're just in the beginning of it, right? The beginning of sorrows, the beginning of Jacob's trouble, even the beginning of World War III. So we see all these prophecies coming to pass right now. A lot of people are going to be taken off guard when all of a sudden life just changes like that overnight. Everything just changes. You can't move the way you used to anymore. You can't do the things you used to do. You can't buy the things and go the places you used to go. All these things are going to change. Life is going to change, but that's okay. Because in the spirit, we were warned about it, and you should be spiritually preparing yourself for this change. It's going to be uncomfortable, but if you prepare yourself for it mentally, that change won't be as hard. It won't be as hard to adapt to that change. Verse 35 says, for as a snare shall it come on all them, a trap. That's what a snare is. For as a snare or trap shall it come on all them that dwell on the face of the whole earth, unless you're watching. Watch ye therefore, and pray always, that ye may be accounted worthy to escape all these things that shall come to pass. It will come to pass, and to stand before the Son of Man. So you have to watch, you have to pray, stay circumspect. If you're not already rooted firm in this ministry, well, you better hurry up and get down on your knees and pray that the Lord gives you the faith that you need to stay strong in the evil day. Because all of our faith is going to be put to the test, especially during the hour of temptation, which is when that chip is made mandatory. And we're so close to World War III, which means that we're even closer to the mark, the chip, being made mandatory. So right now is a time to get your spirit right and to build up your faith and walk in the spirit, be on the same mind and one accord with Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. And all those things are gifts. You got to pray for it. You pray for more faith. You pray for more wisdom. If you're not watching as often as you should be, well, you pray to the Lord that he gives you a watchful spirit, right? And I'm just wording it that way. You figure out your own words for your prayer, but I'm just giving an example, right? If you need a watchful spirit, then pray for it. But a lot is happening. It should be easy to watch. I mean, how could you not? You hop on any social media site and start scrolling, and all you see is Iranian news, things going on with the war. I'm gonna grab one more. And when you see it, you you like it, save it, something, come back to it, make a video. It's not hard. It's not hard at all. The scriptures talk about the simplicity in Yahweh Shai. Can't make this truth complicated. Videos don't gotta be long either. You make the point, grab a few precepts, and you're done. Man, what am I looking for? Proverbs 2 and 10. 10 and 11. It says, when wisdom entereth into thine heart, and knowledge is pleasant unto thy soul, discretion shall preserve thee, understanding shall keep thee. Now, we always read just verse 11, but peep this. At the end of verse 10, after the word soul, there's a semicolon, which means that this is one continuous thought. You don't just have discretion. You got to pray for wisdom. And when wisdom, enters inside of you, and knowledge is pleasant unto your soul, meaning you're seeking wisdom and you're seeking knowledge, then discretion shall preserve thee, and understanding shall keep thee. To deliver you, right? To deliver thee from the way of the evil man, and so on and so forth. But the point here is that what? We're supposed to be circumspect and having discretion, which is another gift that you can pray for. But before you gain discretion, you got to ask for wisdom first. When you gain wisdom, discretion naturally comes with it. And discretion means what? Let's just do it this way. Highlight, look up. Number 2, the freedom to decide what should be done in a particular situation, meaning the Lord has given you the gift to make a judgment call. That's all it is. Discernment means you're able to make a judgment in a particular situation. All right, X, Y, and Z is going on. What do I do? What needs to be done? What action needs to be taken? How should I act? And that starts right now with watching and comparing the things happening in the world to the prophecies that were given to us, the signs that were given to us of Yahweh Shai's return. Also, it starts in your daily life, right? Practice using discretion on a daily basis in your personal life. Don't just be walking around with no care in the world, like we're not living in the end days. We know what time it is, right? If you don't got to be somewhere, go home, because anything could happen at any point in time. Of course, you got to go to particular places and do things. We're not saying that. But look, if 10,000 people are gathering somewhere, don't just walk over there all stupid. Anyway, I'm just giving an example, man. Pray for discretion, pray for wisdom, continue to be circumspect, because as we already know, we can't put our trust in Egypt and Babylon the Great, right? All of our trust and our faith is solely in Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. So, Lord willing, this was edifying to the elect. Kol Haloyim, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rakakudash. Shalom.